A major trade between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins has sent shockwaves through the NFL landscape, and Chicago Bears fans should be paying close attention. While the trade didn't directly involve Chicago, its ripple effects could touch the Bears in more ways than one as they gear up for a critical 2025 season. To quickly summarize, the Steelers have acquired All-Pro cornerback Jalen Ramsey, veteran tight end Jonnu Smith, and a 2027 seventh-round pick. In return, Miami received star safety Minkah Fitzpatrick and a 2027 fifth-round pick. While it may appear like a power move from Pittsburgh, the long-term implications run deeper and impact multiple NFL teams, especially those who will face these revamped rosters. On the surface, this looks like a win-now move for Pittsburgh. With 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers under center and a veteran-laden squad including DK Metcalf, Darius Slay, and now Ramsey and Smith, the Steelers are clearly loading up for a final playoff push. This all-or-nothing mentality puts added pressure on teams like the Bears, who face them later in the schedule. They're not just playing a familiar Pittsburgh defense. They're facing a completely retooled squad, led by one of the most experienced quarterbacks in the league. For Miami, the deal is clearly about future flexibility. By moving Minkah Fitzpatrick's hefty contract, the Dolphins cleared roughly $10 million in cap space and created an opportunity to reshape their roster under potential new leadership. Head coach Mike McDaniel and GM Chris Greer are reportedly on the hot seat. If things don't go well in 2025, this trade gives ownership an easier path to rebuild. Miami's focus appears to be on making sure they're not locked into expensive veterans if changes need to be made after this season. These types of blockbuster trades don't occur in a vacuum. Every time a major team shifts its roster, the teams around them, especially their opponents, need to evaluate their own strategies. The Chicago Bears are no exception. Their 2025 goals remain playoff-oriented, and any advantage, whether direct or indirect, matters in the long run. Let's now dig deeper into exactly how this trade impacts the Chicago Bears' season and roster decisions. The most immediate impact of this trade is clear. The Chicago Bears will face the revamped Steelers team in Week 12 of the 2025 season at Soldier Field. That single matchup now takes on greater significance as both franchises are angling for playoff positioning in what's expected to be a highly competitive NFC and AFC field. The Steelers have upgraded two key positions. Jalen Ramsey brings elite coverage skills to Pittsburgh's secondary. If he's fully healthy, he has the potential to be a game-changing presence, particularly against young quarterbacks like Caleb Williams. Ramsey can shut down a team's top wideout, and his presence could drastically affect the Bears' passing attack in that Week 12 showdown. Then there's Jonnu Smith. Paired with Pat Freiermuth, the Steelers will likely employ more 12 personnel formations. That means more two tight end sets, more blocking support for the run game, and more short to intermediate passing options for Aaron Rodgers. This combination could keep Chicago's linebackers busy and test the secondary's ability to cover tight ends in space. The departure of Minkah Fitzpatrick from Pittsburgh also deserves mention. It leaves a void in the deep secondary, which could give Caleb Williams and his receivers, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, and Keenan Allen, a better shot at explosive plays if the Steelers can't find an adequate replacement. Meanwhile, let's not forget the emotional stakes. Aaron Rodgers might be playing his final NFL season. His potential last-ever game at Soldier Field would add another layer to the already historic rivalry between him and the Bears. There may be no better way for a new era to begin in Chicago than with Caleb Williams delivering a statement win over the veteran legend. Before we move on to more potential trade scenarios, take a moment. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and hit the bell icon so you never miss Breaking Bears updates. We're here for you every week with deep analysis, behind-the-scenes coverage, and exclusive Bears insight. Let's continue. Beyond the matchup itself, there's roster strategy to consider. The Dolphins are now in need of a tight end, having moved Jonnu Smith. Some speculation on social media suggests that the Bears could offer someone up, like kmet. But let's put that idea to rest. Kmet isn't going anywhere. New offensive coordinator Ben Johnson is expected to run plenty of two tight end formations. And with rookie Colton Loveland still developing, the Bears aren't in a position to trade away a known, proven asset like kmet. However, if Miami is looking for depth or short-term solutions, the Bears could offer Durham Smythe, a veteran who may be expendable if younger options like Joel Wilson continue to shine in camp. On the defensive side, things get more interesting. The Bears have a surplus of talent at cornerback. Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, and Tyrique Stevenson are locked in. Rookie Zay Frazier adds another intriguing element to the mix. Should he perform well in training camp, the Bears might consider moving a player like Terell, especially if the Dolphins come calling for help in the secondary. Smith has 2 years left on his rookie deal and has flashed starting potential. If the offer is right, it could be worth exploring. The Bears are trying to build long-term depth, not just fill gaps. Trading a quality rotational player only makes sense if the return fills another pressing need or brings valuable draft capital. The front office must weigh each scenario carefully. Now let's address the biggest ripple of all. Could T.J. Watt be on the move? Steelers pass rusher T.J. Watt has become a central figure in the latest off-season rumors. He's reportedly unhappy with his current contract and skipped Pittsburgh's mandatory minicamp. While insiders suggest the Steelers have no intention of trading him, that hasn't stopped teams from calling. If tensions escalate, a blockbuster deal could become possible. Should the Chicago Bears be interested? Absolutely, in theory. Watt is still one of the top defensive players in the league. Adding him to the Bears' front seven would instantly elevate their pass rush, create havoc for opposing quarterbacks, and help in critical third-down situations. But the reality is less enticing. Watt is 30, turns 31 during the season, and will likely command a new contract worth upwards of $40 million per year. Acquiring him would mean giving up at least one first-round pick, and likely more. For a team still building toward sustained success, that's a heavy price to pay. Instead, Chicago should continue exploring other options to reinforce the edge. Names like Trey Hendrickson, a proven veteran pass rusher with consistent production, could offer big upside at a more manageable cost. There's also Zadarius Smith, Jadeveon Clowney, or even Von Miller, who could still contribute rotationally in the right scheme. Adding any one of these players would boost the Bears' depth behind Montez Sweat and DeMarcus Walker, who are locked in as starters. A strong pass rush not only pressures quarterbacks, it helps the entire defense by forcing quicker throws and increasing takeaway opportunities. In the end, the Bears are trending in the right direction. General Manager Ryan Poles has made it clear. He's committed to long-term success, not flashy one-off moves. That's why any decision to trade, acquire, or offload talent must be part of a bigger vision. And based on how he's handled the draft, free agency, and recent trades, it's clear the Bears are building smart. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think won the Steelers-Dolphins trade? Should the Bears explore trading Terell Smith or Durham Smythe? Would you want Chicago to make a splash for an edge rusher? We'll be watching your takes and responding in future videos. Until then, bear down, Chicago.